From A Spirit Airlines flight bound for Fort Lauderdale, Florida, USA was forced to abort takeoff at Atlantic City Airport after hitting a large bird, leading to damage and fire in the right engine to flames gushing from a jet engine, and opened the emergency door of a Boeing 737, stepping onto the wing as the plane prepared for takeoff. We're pumped to share this jaw-dropping video with you, featuring some wild moments from recent events. Jorge Chavez International Airport, located in Lima, Peru, is known for being the country's main international gateway and the busiest airport in Peru. On November 18th, a LATAM Airlines plane collided with a fire truck on the runway at Lima's Jorge H. Chavez International Airport as it was taking off. The collision caused a fire and thick smoke, but fortunately no passengers or crew were injured. The exact cause of the incident remains unclear, and the airport has launched an investigation into the crash. The dramatic footage shows the plane striking the truck, erupting in flames, and coming to a halt on the tarmac. Fort Lauderdale is known for its boating culture, with over 300 miles of waterways, making it a major hub for yachts and marine activities. A Spirit Airlines flight bound for Fort Lauderdale, Florida, USA was forced to abort takeoff at Atlantic City Airport, New Jersey, USA, after hitting a large bird, leading to damage and fire in the right engine. Panic ensued among passengers as fire and smoke emerged, with 109 people, including 102 passengers and 7 crew members, safely evacuated. Vnukovo Airport, located in Moscow, Russia, is one of the city's major international airports and serves as a key hub for domestic and international flights. Three terrified passengers saw flames gushing from a jet engine and opened the emergency door of a Boeing 737, stepping onto the wing as the plane prepared for takeoff. Despite their shouts of fire, the crew ignored the panic. Flames raged in the right side engine, caused by disrupted airflow, while terminal buildings loomed in the background. Abbotsford Airport, designated as YXX, serves as a regional airport with both domestic and limited international flights. Thudding sounds were heard as fire spewed from the engine after takeoff from Abbotsford on 11th September 2019 morning. Passengers yelled in terror and sent messages to loved ones, fearing the plane to Edmonton might go down after a flock of birds flew into the turbine. The swoop aircraft's pilot announced an emergency landing, and the plane returned to Abbotsford Airport. Changi Airport, located in Singapore, is renowned for being one of the best and busiest airports in the world. Flying on commercial airplanes is already nerve-wracking enough as it is. Singapore Airlines flight SQ368, which took off for Milan, Italy early Monday morning before turning around and landing back in Singapore. After taking off from Changi Airport en route to Milan, pilots received an engine oil warning that prompted them to turn the flight around. The plane made it back to Changi and landed safely, but then an engine burst into flames. Thankfully, no passengers were harmed. The Singapore Airlines flight had 222 passengers and 19 crew on board. Your support means everything to us. Hit that follow and subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the insane stuff coming your way. The Plock V Picnic Lotniczy Air Show, held in Plock, Poland, is a popular aviation event featuring a variety of aerial performances, including aerobatic displays and military aircraft demonstrations. At the Plot v Picnic Lotniczy Air Show, a tragic aerobatic plane crash occurred. The accident unfolded during a high-flying performance, with the pilot's aircraft going down in a dramatic and heartbreaking incident. The crash shocked attendees and highlighted the inherent risks of aerobatic displays. The airport provides a vital alternative for travelers in the Chicago region and supports regional economic growth. On August 20, 2020, a Beech B-200 plane was wrecked in a crash near Rockford, Illinois. The pilot took off for a positioning flight in the twin-engine aircraft. Videos from multiple airport cameras caught the plane lifting off from runway 19. But shortly after, it began to turn left sharply, developing a steep left bank. The plane veered off the runway and slammed into the ground. An explosion followed, along with a fire. It turns out the crash happened because the pilot lost control after reducing thrust on the left engine during takeoff. Fecundity Farm Strip Airport, also known as ID-93, is a private airstrip located in Filer, Idaho. It is primarily used for general aviation and is situated in a rural area. On June 3, 2023, at around 10:34 a.m., a Bell 206 billion Jetranger II helicopter, registered as N205 Pi, was severely damaged during an accident at Fecundity Farm Strip Airport in Filer, Idaho. The pilot reported that as the helicopter took off, the tail dropped and struck the ground, causing the helicopter to rotate counterclockwise. The impact resulted in significant damage to the fuselage and tail boom. The pilot noted there were no pre-accident mechanical issues that would have prevented normal operations. Miami International Airport, MIA, is known for being a major international gateway and one of the busiest airports in the United States, particularly for flights to Latin America and the Caribbean. Just before 5:40 p.m. ET on Tuesday, June 21, 2022, a Red Air jet arriving on runway 9 at Miami International Airport experienced an equipment failure upon landing. The aircraft's undercarriage seemed to collapse, causing the plane to catch fire. Emergency services rushed to the scene as passengers evacuated via slides and ran across the runway. Mulhouse Habsheim Airport serves the Mulhouse area and is known for its role in regional and domestic flights. Air France Flight 296 on June 26, 1988, was a chartered flight showcasing a newly delivered Airbus A320. Scheduled for a low-speed flyover of Mulhouse Habsheim Airport with landing gear down, the aircraft descended to just 30 feet before crashing into trees beyond the runway. The crash, which was the first involving an Airbus A320, remains controversial due to irregularities revealed during the investigation. And stick around until the end, there's a special surprise waiting just for you. Kai Tak Airport, once the world's busiest international airport, faced significant capacity challenges due to Hong Kong's rapid growth. Its notorious approach required pilots to execute a challenging 747 hard crosswind landing, navigating strong crosswinds and a complex approach path. The airport was renowned for its unique and difficult landing procedures, including the famous checkerboard approach, which made it one of the most memorable and challenging airports for pilots. Sabiha Gökçen International Airport, located in Istanbul, Turkey, is known for being one of the city's two major international airports, alongside Istanbul Airport. The dramatic moment a passenger jet crash landed at Istanbul's Sabiha Gökçen International Airport, skidding 130 feet off the runway, was captured on video. Turkish authorities reported that the accident resulted in harmed over 150 people. Keelung River flows through Taipei City and plays a vital role in the region's water supply and ecosystem. TransAsia Airways Flight 235 was a domestic flight that crashed into the Keelung River, 5 km from Taipei Songshan Airport on 4 February 2015. The aircraft had just taken off from the airport and there were 58 people on board. Sadly, only 15 survived. The pilots reported engine failure 2 minutes after takeoff. As the aircraft reached a height of 1,630 ft, 500M, one engine, still functioning, was mistakenly shut down. This led to a sharp descent, causing the aircraft to hit a taxi and the Huandong viaduct before crashing into the river. Clearwater Air Park, located in Clearwater, Florida, is known as a general aviation airport that serves private, corporate, and recreational pilots. At approximately 5:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on September 23, 2017, a mid-air collision occurred over the runway at Clearwater Air Park in Clearwater, Florida, resulting in substantial damage to a single-engine Piper Pennsylvania 28 R201 airplane and a Robinson R22 helicopter. Don't overlook the enjoyment. Register now and be a part of our thrilling escapades. Grenchen, located in Switzerland, is known as Watch Valley due to its historical importance in watchmaking and precision engineering. The incident involving the S-350B2HBXVB occurred on June 18, 2008 in Grenchen, Solothurn. The pilot failed to land on a platform. Fortunately, no injuries were reported as a result of the accident. An airplane incident occurred at a farm in Sweden, where helicopters are utilized as part of the irrigation support operations. The blue helicopter encountered difficulties shortly after takeoff, resulting in significant damage. Fortunately, the pilot emerged unharmed. The 60 Black Hawk is renowned for its agility, versatility, and robustness, making it suitable for a variety of missions. The 60 helicopter, also known as a Black Hawk, crashed in the unincorporated region of Harvest alongside Alabama Highway 53. The road where the incident happened passes through commercial areas in the northwest of Huntsville, bordered by residential communities, forests, and open fields to the south of the Tennessee state boundary. The accident caused chaos and congestion on the road for several days. The Il-76, manufactured by the Russian aircraft company Ilyushin, is a versatile and widely used military and civilian transport aircraft.
Ё-моё, ё-моё. Ну, в принципе, у нее их 4, один-то должен.
On Tuesday, a Russian transport aircraft crashed after one of its engines caught fire, following takeoff as depicted in a disturbing video. The Illinois 76 plane, which was transporting 8 crew members and 7 passengers, tragically crashed in the Ivanovo region, situated to the northeast of Moscow. At present, the details about the passengers' identities and their destination remain unclear. Accrington, Lancs is known as a historic town with a strong industrial heritage, particularly noted for its production of the Accrington brick. Disturbing dashcam footage captures the harrowing moment when a severe fog leads to an 8-car pile-up on the M65 westbound near Accrington, Lancs. As visibility diminishes, cars suddenly emerge from the thick fog directly into the path, causing multiple vehicles to collide in a domino effect. On January 19th, a semi-truck with 2 trailers lost control and veered towards a driver on the New Jersey Turnpike, I-95. The truck narrowly avoided a collision with the driver before crashing over a guardrail and landing in another lane. The video shows the truck's driver exiting the cab at the end of the incident. Bishan Road, Singapore is known as a key thoroughfare in the Bishan planning area, notable for its residential neighborhoods, educational institutions, and recreational facilities. On Thursday, January 16, 2020, a traffic accident occurred at the intersection of Braddoll Road and Bishan Road involving an SBS transit bus, a lorry, and a car. Following the collision between the lorry and the bus, the lorry was pushed to the opposite side of the road, subsequently hitting a stationary car waiting for the traffic light to turn green. As a result, the passengers of the other bus were evacuated and the bus was taken out of service. By 5:30 p.m., both the bus and the car had been removed from the scene, with the car being towed away and the bus driver driving the vehicle from the location. Your support is invaluable to us. Hit the follow and subscribe buttons to stay updated on the exciting content we have in store for you. Al Junaid Road, Singapore is known as a major road in the eastern part of the city, named after Syed Sharif Omar bin Ali Al Junaid, an early Arab settler and philanthropist. On June 4, 2021, a collision occurred at the junction of Al Junaid Road and Mata Road involving a cement mixer truck and a van. The bus was in the middle of making a right turn when it was struck on its left side by the cement truck. As a result of the impact, the bus swerved, crossed the road divider, and collided with a stationary van before coming to a halt. The force of the impact caused the bus to veer to the right, mount the divider curb, and collide with a parked van before coming to a stop. Jefferson County, Alabama, is known as the most populous county in the state, with Birmingham as its county seat and largest city. On January 16th, a semi-truck was captured on video sliding and crashing into the interstate railing in Jefferson County, Alabama. The incident took place on I-65 South, near exit 275, close to Morris, Alabama. The crash was likely due to hazardous road conditions, possibly caused by wet or icy surfaces. The crash led to significant traffic delays as authorities worked to manage the situation and remove the damaged vehicle from the interstate. East Yorkshire, often referred to as the East Riding of Yorkshire, is known for its scenic countryside, historic market towns, and coastal landscapes along the North Sea. A 19-year-old teenager led the police on a high-speed chase exceeding 100 miles per hour through the East Yorkshire countryside, which ended in a terrifying crash. Operating a Ford Fiesta, the teenager put numerous lives at risk during a joyride that culminated in a fateful swerve, causing a collision with a 29-ton truck and a subsequent impact with a police car.
3. Surveillance footage captures a horrifying incident as a petrol tanker careens into vehicles ahead on the motorway near Bologna Airport, Italy, at a high velocity. Instantly, the collision engulfs the tanker in flames, turning the motorway bridge into an inferno. intense heat and pressure cause a colossal explosion that shakes the surroundings. A devastating event that serves as a stark reminder of the dangers associated with highway accidents and flammable cargo transport.
Назад, задним ходом.
Captured by a dashcam, the video unveiled an incident where the driver was overtaking on the Bruce Highway at Gumlu in the vicinity of Townsville, Queensland.
Hi there. I'll get off the bike a little bit, darling. Oh.
The vehicle's trajectory began to veer erratically, followed by a sudden and sharp left turn, leading to the unfortunate overturning of the caravan. This motion caused the car itself to topple over in tandem with the caravan's flip.
Manas International Airport, located near Bishkek, the capital city of Kyrgyzstan, is known as the main international airport in the country. On Monday, a Turkish Airlines cargo jet tragically crashed near Kyrgyzstan's Manas airport. 20 people were affected, most of the victims being residents of a village that was hit by the Boeing 747 as it attempted to land in extremely dense fog. Remain focused until the end for an experience that will truly enchant you. Chattogram, formerly known as Chittagong, is a major port city in southeastern Bangladesh. The pilot seemed to be trying to perform a low-altitude stunt when the fuselage of his Yakovlev Yak 130 scraped along the tarmac. The CCTV footage depicts smoke and sparks erupting before it pulled up from the runway in Chattogram, Bangladesh on May 9, 2024. However, the pilots directed the aircraft away from the densely populated area near the airport to a less populated area, where they eventually crashed. American Airlines plane catches fire at OR Airport. A passenger recorded video of the intense flames and heavy smoke on the plane. The plane caught fire violently on the starboard flank. Fortunately, the rescue team managed to rescue the passenger from the emergency ladder on the left flank of the plane. The fire was extinguished later and no casualties were recorded. Guys, try to imagine that you are sitting on this plane and looking out the window and wow, the aircraft engine is on fire and your head is empty.
Oh, yeah, low battery.
The tragic incident was recorded by passengers on their own flight. The plane shook, everything became chaotic and dark. Somewhere there was a fire burning in mid-air. Unfortunately, 2 people did not survive the incident. If we were on this plane, I bet both you and I won't be able to calm down. I would jump off the plane for sure. Chuk, also known as Truk, is a state in the Federated States of Micronesia, located in the western Pacific Ocean. On Friday, in Chuk, Micronesia, the Boeing 737-800 aircraft with the registration P2PXE, operated by Air Niugini, missed the runway and landed in a lagoon. Initial reports suggest that the visibility was significantly impaired due to adverse weather conditions, leading the aircraft to come to a stop in the water approximately 145 meters away from the runway.
A collision between a truck and a car in France that caused the front of the car to be crushed and the truck to crash into a house. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and watch more below videos on your phone.
The New Jersey Turnpike, also known as I-95, is a major toll highway that spans the state of New Jersey, running north-south. Nevada, USA, is known as the Silver State due to its historical significance in silver mining. The footage was taken from the dash cam of a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction. It shows a large car traveling on an interstate highway in Nevada, USA. Suddenly, the car swerved across the median strip, flipping several times onto the other side of the road where multiple oncoming vehicles were headed. Fortunately, the car landed safely. Zhejiang Province, China, is known as an economic powerhouse and a hub of technological innovation. This terrifying incident occurred when the cement pipes being transported in the cargo of a truck crashed through the back of the cab as the driver braked at a set of traffic lights in the city of Shaoxing, located in East China's Zhejiang Province. The shocking episode was captured by a surveillance camera as the truck approached a junction. 3 concrete pipes pierced the windshield from behind. The authorities are currently investigating the cause of the accident, and the identity of the driver remains unknown. Don't miss out on the special surprise we've prepared for you at the end. Toronto, known as Canada's largest city and financial hub, is recognized for its diverse cultural scene, vibrant arts community, and bustling urban life. A Toronto driver's dashboard camera captured the terrifying moment when a tire dislodged from another car and crashed through his windshield and sunroof. Fortunately, the driver emerged from the incident unharmed. The events unfolded so rapidly that there was no opportunity to react or process the situation. Texas, USA is known as the Lone Star State, derived from its historical status as an independent republic and its prominent Lone Star symbol. The huge freight train caused the large SUV to overturn in Texas, USA. The leading SUV inched forward as a train went by, and then began to move onto the tracks despite the still flashing red warning lights. The speeding train struck the front left tire and hood of the SUV, causing the vehicle to spin sideways before ultimately flipping onto its roof. The G25 Changchun-Shenzhen Expressway in China is known as a major national highway that spans a vast distance from Changchun in the northeast to Shenzhen in the southeast. In a shocking incident on the G25 Changchun-Shenzhen Expressway in East China, a reckless driver caused 2 lorries to crash after trying to cut across the motorway. The driver managed to exit without any damage, while the 2 lorries toppled and jackknifed. Fortunately, no harm was reported. In a striking demonstration of Mother Nature's formidable force, a car on I-90 was hit by lightning. The driver, traveling from Lakewood to Mentor on the night of April 4, 2018, captured the dramatic event on his dashcam. A truck driver in China experienced a terrifying moment when lightning struck his vehicle while he was driving on a highway. This electrifying incident occurred on July 4, 2021 during a storm in Zhejiang Province and was captured by the dashcam of a trailing vehicle. A video recorded the intense moment as lightning struck an electric power line near student dorms in Los Angeles, causing repeated explosions and nearly hitting a passing car. Surveillance footage from Pocahontas, Iowa, provides a gripping account of a natural phenomenon on August 10, 2020. A powerful bolt of lightning struck a tree near Pocahontas Elementary School, leading to a spectacular explosion of light and energy. Earthcam's footage captured the dramatic moment of a lightning strike from multiple angles, showcasing the awe-inspiring power of nature in action. The synchronized views provide a vivid and detailed perspective of the event. Abort takeoff at Atlantic City Airport after hitting a large bird, leading to damage and fire in the right engine to flames gushing from a jet engine and opened the emergency door of a Boeing 737, stepping onto the wing as the plane prepared for takeoff. We're pumped to share this jaw-dropping video with you, featuring some wild moments from recent events.
Jezus